Hi, everyone. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. What can I say? So, I just got home. I'd say about just a little under an hour ago from Rise of Skywalker. It's as bad as we thought. It is as bad as we thought. Rise of Skywalker, I guess there was a tiny portion of me that was hoping, praying that it wouldn't shit all over Star Wars, especially after I saw all the leaks. I saw, you know, every single thing on Twitter that popped up. But, I went and saw the movie for myself, and it literally 100% lived up to the leaks. I was just dumbfounded. I mean, because it's really hard to find words, I suppose. Yeah, it was just god awful. And we saw this coming. We saw this coming. I mean, my esteemed boss John F. Trent has written articles about it. We've had people all over Bounding into Comics covering this from top to bottom. Yeah, we knew. It's a hard pill to swallow. It really is a hard pill to swallow because nobody wanted to see Star Wars go out this way. No, it's definitely a case of missed opportunities, and I was one of those people that just kind of I kind of had given JJ maybe a little bit of benefit of the doubt because I was like, well, there's a possibility that perhaps he was just overwhelmed. Maybe he just couldn't get it together and fix this thing because the task was too daunting after the way Rian Johnson left everything, which, by the way, I still firmly believe Rian Johnson is the key figure in destroying this franchise. I'll stand by that. Obviously, Kathleen Kennedy, but yeah, Rian Johnson is most definitely in my book public enemy number one. I do firmly believe that. I will stick by that. But he left it nearly unfixable. Well, let's just be real. It was unfixable, and it shows. You could tell from the multiple reshoots, everything else, that there was just no fixing this thing whatsoever. They couldn't do there wasn't anything they could have done really, and I think everybody at this point just threw up their hands. They released what they had, and it shows. Now visually, movie looks amazing. The soundtrack on point, absolutely 100%. The way that it's shot, it just has some really nice camera work, visuals, everything. The John Williams score. It definitely feels Star Wars. But yeah, the problem is what you're there for, which is the story. It sucks. There's no relevance, no continuity. It just feels very disjointed. Like we're gonna throw member berries in your face, and you're gonna like it. And there's some of the member berries that are cool. Seeing the Red 5 X-wing, things like that. Kind of neat. Not that I wanted to see, Princess Ray Sue flying it, but it is what it is. We got Mary Sue herself flying it, but still, I enjoyed the fact that they had that. There was actually, I really did enjoy the brief time when redeemed Kylo, Ben Swallow, when he's yes, I did call him Ben Swallow, when he's fighting the Knights of Ren. That's a pretty cool scene. But again, you have a good sequence ruined by the fact that somehow, through the Force bond, Rey can get him a lightsaber to fight them off, because Kylo's unarmed. Right before this particular fight sequence with the Knights of Ren, he's unarmed. So he's just taking a big L at the beginning, because they're basically, gang whooping him. And so somehow she passes him a lightsaber through the Force bond, and he dispatches the Knights of Ren. But it's like, come on, seriously? Like, would you stop with... That's not how Force bonds work. You can't pass solid objects through it. No, it's not some kind of dimensional portal. I mean, Jesus Christ. So they shit on the lore there. I will give you another fabulous example. So there's a sequence where Rey and Kylo are fighting on the Death Star ruins. After said fight, where Rey mortally wounds him, she proceeds to heal him up, and then she takes off. So Kylo's standing there by himself, right? The sea's raging around him, everything else. He's just standing there, kind of having a moment to process everything. Rey is just dipped out, and he's standing on the Death Star ruins by himself. And out of nowhere, okay, no explanation, Han Solo shows up. All right, so you got Han Solo giving him the whole lecture, like, I miss you, son, and blah, 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 what have you. And, he's having this tender moment with Kylo, but, they don't explain any of this away. Is it a vision? We don't know. Is it a Force ghost? We don't know. Hey, he looks pretty goddamn flesh and blood to me. So Han is standing there. He actually reaches out, touches Kylo's cheek. What the fuck? Can you tell me, please, what's wrong with that? I'll tell you. Because that's not how the fuck this works. That's not how any of this works. Jesus Christ. I mean, good God. Even if Han Solo was a Force ghost, they should not be able to manipulate solid fucking matter. All right? And in the past, we saw ghostly Obi-Wan impart advice on Luke. We've seen ghostly Qui-Gon impart advice in the past, so on and so forth, right? But there was never any of this hokey horse shit of physically being able to touch people. I mean, you really want to explain this to me? Because to me, it's awful goddamn stupid that can happen. Ugh. And by the way, hail chat. Sorry, I'm on a rant here. So it's pretty damn stupid that this shit can happen, right? Well, we never get an explanation for the whole Han Solo and Kylo little interlude there, but later on, somehow, this is another thing. Speaking of Force Ghosts. So after this whole thing, this was just after their goddamn lightsaber duel on the Death Star ruins. Rey goes back to the island where Luke was in self-imposed exile and all that. And she's having an sort of I give up fucking moment, right? So she's just like basically sitting there like, fuck this, what's the point? That's how I feel about the movie. Fuck this, what's the point? So anyways, she goes to chuck the lightsaber, right? And old Force Ghost Luke catches it, right? Now, again, you can't manipulate solid fucking matter as a Force Ghost, supposedly. At least that's how how it was understood beforehand, before this. So this whole thing goes down where he catches the lightsaber as she chucks it. He's like, no, what are you doing? So then, he gives her the whole lecture about like, the Jedi are going to cease to be and all this shit. And, explains to her she's a Palpatine. Basically blatant ripoff of, Kenobi explaining to Luke Vader's his dad and all that. So, I mean, that was just blatant rip, just the different people, same concept type of deal, right? So we get past that, and then this is the best part, right? Luke raises his old fucking X-Wing out of the goddamn water. So if you guys remember anything from TLJ about the island, his X-Wing was buried under the water, right? So Force Ghost Luke can just say, well, yeah, I'm just going to do a handy force feed for you real quick because I know you don't have a ship. Raises the fucking X-Wing out of the water. Because Rey, in the previous sequence, she had taken Kylo's fucking TIE fighter to go to this place anyway. So, and she crashed it as she was landing. Women drivers, right? But anyhow, Luke raises the X-Wing up like here you go. I'm going to give you my old ride. And it's like, dude, you're a fucking Force Ghost. You're there to give goddamn advice. You're not there to do force feats after the fact. So he pulls off like this force feat and, conveniently, Rey has the means to get out of there. And we have the whole member berries, like she's flying Red 5. Yay. Oh, God. So then, somehow she's she's transmitting her signal to the First Order, and they can pick it up across all the godforsaken fucking miles, or not the First Order, but the Resistance rather. And so they can pick it up. So they now know the way to Exegol, which is where the Emperor's hanging out with his hidden fleet. The Final Order. All that bullshit. So she's broadcasting that, so they have a way there, and so they start conveniently planning an assault to go there and all this shit. And it's just like, man, fuck. The way that this movie just shits on established concepts, established lore. Oh, so goddamn mad watching it. I was mad and sad. I mean, because it shits on everything. I mean, and sure, some of the nostalgia is pretty cool. But I would say there's maybe 10 fucking percent of the movie that's actually cool, where there's some kind of cool, like, little beat, little sequence. But for the most part, this movie is a flaming piece of shit. And it's just disrespectful to the fans. It's disrespectful to anybody with common sense. I mean, fuck. And then there was the whole, oh, by the way, after, the battle's won and all this shit, it shows them celebrating back at the First Order base. And guess what they have to shoehorn in? Hey, let's have, right off here in the corner, let's have a quick little, lesbo kiss, because reasons. We want to show that we have, like, diversity. It's like, are you fucking kidding me? Right, with this shit right now? Are you serious? You sat there touting diversity through this whole saga, but you shit on your African American character that should rightfully have been, a key fucking hero in this trilogy. Finn should have been a central figure in this trilogy, and he should have been a hero. But instead, he had to take a back seat to Mary Sue because she could do no wrong. So you completely disrespected the African American character you had that should have been a central hero. You completely disrespected him in your writing. And for all your supposed diversity, you did the same thing to the Asian characters you had, because Kelly Marie Tran, you got a beautiful actress here, and then they stick her off to the side. She is literally a cheerleader and a fucking, like, oh yeah, I'll fix the leak in the wall type of person. Are you fucking kidding me? I mean, even Poe Dameron, they pointlessly had to shoehorn into his backstory that he was a spice runner. Like, okay, I understood, man, maybe if he was like, I don't know, a ship thief or something like that, but no, they had to make him a drug runner. Are you fucking kidding me? Even the new characters they had for this movie, that the little wrinkled, disturbingly fucked up looking Babu Frick, which I don't know what the fuck that thing is. I mean, it looks like a fetus demon. I mean, it really does. It looks like a demonic fetus, is what that creature looks like. And then you have Zori Bliss, who again could have been something cool, but no. You know, they don't have her take her fucking helmet off, anything like that. But, you know, and mind you, she's not a Mando or anything cool of that nature. She's just like, she never takes her goddamn helmet off. But she's supposed to be like posed like, you know, I guess an old flame, long lost friend. I don't know. But you don't get a whole lot of fucking, you know, explanation about her. You get another token black chick thrown in there, which again, no fucking rhyme or reason explanation to the character. She's just throwing in, you know, there's a thing back when they're looking for the Death Star ruins over there on Endor. And they're fixing the Falcon because it had gotten beat up. And she explains to Finn that she's a former stormtrooper too, and he wasn't the only one, and what have you. And she says, you know, her whole company basically quit the First Order because they didn't want to kill civilians, which was cool because it's the same reason Finn did. But you don't get really much exposition from the character after that. She's just kind of like, you know, following Finn around, and, you know, I guess his tag team partner in the battle to like give him somebody to run around with because Poe's flying his X-Wing or whatever. But there's no development. You know, some of this shit, given the proper screen time and development, could have actually made some kind of coherent sense. You know, I would have liked to have seen her introduce Finn to a company, and, you know, it'd be like a whole like little fucking clan of former stormtroopers, right? But no, don't even get that. So, I mean, this movie is incredibly disjointed. Incredibly disjointed. Because there's no rhyme nor reason to it. You know, and I really wanted to like this movie. I did. I wanted to see a proper ending to the saga. I wanted to see something decent happen with Star Wars going out, but they couldn't. They just couldn't do it. And in process, so goes 40 years of fucking Star Wars down the shitter. You know, I mean, it's just stupid shit happening all over. And even how they come across Lando is garbage. I mean, because they go to this planet, they're looking for the Sith Wayfinder. They happen upon this like convenient fucking carnival festival, whatever you want to call it. And you know, the First Order winds up tracking them down there because, oh, by the way, you know, Kylo decides, hey, I'm going to talk to Rey, and she basically gives away their whole fucking position. So they show up on this desert planet, and Orange Hat, yeah, I'll invite you. Hold on. And basically, when the First Order starts attacking, Lando is just there. He's somehow just fucking there. You know, they wind up in this sandcrawler looking thing. They get aboard, and who should be there but Lando? It's like, what the fuck? I mean, the guy just legit shows up out of nowhere. I mean, there's no backstory, explanation, anything about like, hey, how did Lando show up here? Well, you know, nobody fucking knows. so there, it's God, it's shit like that. It just drove me up a wall. No goddamn rhyme or reason or continuity to anything. Shit just shows up, and it's like, goddamn. I just sent Orange Hat a random DM. I'm like, hooch. He doesn't even know what I meant because I spewed nonsense at him. Just like I saw 3 hours of nonsense it spewed to me on the screen. So I was just let me get into the opening crawl, by the way, too, guys. So if you guys recall the live stream that John Trent and I did on the Bounding channel, like when we were discussing some of the more recent leaks, I believe that was Wednesday. Did we do that? Might have been Wednesday, or it was that, or it was last week. But anyway, it was laughable. The opening crawl, first fucking thing. The dead speak! Exclamation point. Are you shitting me? There's never been an opening crawl that starts with the dead speak. What the hell? Come on, man. What a shit opening crawl. God. This movie is just a fucking disaster from the get-go. And you're invited, Orange Hat. Check your goddamn DMs. So, and this is the reason, guys, I was pissed off. This is the exact reason I was pissed off. I knew the shit was going to happen. That's why in the theater that I was in, you got a 60 to 70 seat theater, 35, 40 minutes in, a middle-aged couple's walking out. I wonder why.
Oh my gosh, man. This fucking movie was horrible.
Yeah. By the way, Orange Hat reviews, everybody. Yay! Give them a fucking round of applause. All right. I've said my piece on it for the past 27 goddamn minutes ranting. Go ahead, Orange Hat. Chime in.
Well, first,
what did you like? What did you actually like?
That far, I like how they reverted Palpatine back to his original look when he got souped up with the yellow eyes instead of those glazed over fucking milk eyes.
Instead of Zombatine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was actually, I liked that. And I liked the Lando in the Falcon. Because that was a callback to old trilogy,
Yeah, that was
so the nostalgia bits I liked.
There were 2 or 3 only nostalgia bits that I liked. The rest were just so cringe. It was just completely forced.
Exactly. And did you see that old woman, that old rebel woman that was in episode 8? She's kissing a younger woman. It's like, you sick fuck.
No, well, I talked about that. I talked about that a little earlier. It's like, hey, look, let's pan over and get the diversity kiss.
Well, yeah, I mean, but they didn't make it too much of a big deal, so I'm not going to fault that. What I'm faulting is the fact that the woman she is kissing is like fucking 40 years her goddamn junior,
I don't know, man. But I mean, there were some nostalgia bits I liked. And it's like I said, to be fair, at the beginning, the movie to me was shot pretty beautifully. I thought it was beautifully shot. The visuals were great. The fucking music was on point. And that's what's so frustrating was because those little atmospheres, those things that usually set the atmosphere and are like the chef's kiss on a fucking Star Wars movie. I love those, but guess what? There was no fucking movie around it. Oh, it just pissed me off. I mean, it just broke so many goddamn lore rules, so many canon rules. Just, Jesus, man. And even the chase sequence on the planet where they were having a little patootie festival or whatever the fuck it was.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean, what the fuck
whole
is light speed skipping?
Yeah, I know. Oh, well, we'll get to that too. But the they fly sequence, it's like, oh fuck, man. You know, there's been countless troopers, everybody else that have had jetpacks. Bounty hunters have had jetpacks. Jetpacks are a common fucking thing.
Jesus, that whole fucking thing was just bad. I mean, I felt like I had to shower when I got back here, man. I felt dirty after watching that fucking movie. I mean, I literally felt like my mind was raped.
Dude,
this was not good.
I was at a small theater because I told you I was going to a small theater. I was at a 60 to 70 seat theater, maybe. There was lucky if there was 40 people in there. And then, it's like I said, 35, 40 minutes in, you got a middle-aged couple turn around and walked right the fuck back out. I mean, you know, that says it all. It was hard for me to sit there and tough this fucking movie out because I was like, you know, I told myself, you know, I'm doing it for science. I mean, I'm here because, you know, I'm a writer. It's part of my job. We're going to be fucking pumping out articles about this for the next 5 fucking months. So I'm going to watch this beginning to end, no matter how cringy and bad it is. And it was plenty cringy and bad.
Believe me, I hear you, man. Fucking urine-colored lightsaber blade. What the fuck?
Dude, I actually did. That was one of the few things I liked. I liked the yellow lightsaber, actually.
Yeah, I like the yellow lightsaber, too. I mean, I honestly like the design of that lightsaber, too. But it's like...
Oh, yeah, it was awesome. It was
At least she finally fucking constructed her own goddamn lightsaber. But still, why didn't she ever go lightsaber or double-bladed lightsaber, you know? She was a staff wielder at first.
It still looked like it was a double blade. Hey, hail, Ambassador. It's good to see you, buddy. Ambassador,
how you doing, Ambassador?
If you would like to come on, please let me know, because I will shoot you a fucking link, dude, because we are eviscerating the fuck out of this movie right now.
I'll be spoilers.
I'll be kinder. We're not exactly eviscerating it because we did technically point out the good. So I will say that.
Yeah. But the thing is, you know that Jedi were talking to her, Jedi that were dead, right? When did Ahsoka die? When did Ahsoka die?
Well, yeah, that's another thing. It's off-screen fucking bullshit. There's no context to. You know, and I talked about that right before you came on, dude. There's so many things in this fucking movie that there's no context to.
Exactly.
You know, I mean, even these new characters, I'm not even going to talk about like, you know, mutant fetus Frick that wiped 3PO's memory, because he does. He looks like a mutant fetus, dude. It's like
I know, dude. He looks like
it's like something
he looks
from
like something that I
80s,
crapped out of my ass the other day.
Right, exactly. So
he looks like a fucking abortion.
Oh, dude, that's funny. Oh god, it's awful.
No, seriously, he looks like a fucking abortion.
Hey, you said it. I was thinking it, but the thing is just the continuity issues that bothered me. Fucking passing objects through a force bond, I don't think so. Shit doesn't work.
No, that fucking Houdini bullshit doesn't fucking work.
I mean, it's just, that was such a lazy ass plot device. I mean, this is the type of shit that makes it.
Definitely, Ambassador. I would like to join you tomorrow or tomorrow night, I think it is.
Yeah, we'll absolutely join in, Ambassador. Sure, no problem.
I mean, oh my gosh, man. Even when he pulled the fucking lightsaber out from behind his back, you actually see him give like a little shrug, like, yeah, I know it's kind of fucking weird, but hey, deal with it. I'm gonna kill you all anyway.
I actually did like the Ben Solo versus the Knights of Ren sequence. That was pretty cool.
That was pretty good. That was actually very good.
But again, it was too fucking short. You know, make it a good fucking fight. I mean, it pretty much was. He walks in, they initially jump him. You know, he gets the saber, cuts him down, but fuck, dude, I wanted to see more of that.
Fucking Rey bouncing laser bolts off her fucking hand. How did she learn how to do that?
Yeah. Well, I want to know how she learned.
Thing, dude. Vader did know how to do it, so hey, it's possible. I'm not going to dispute that. What I am wondering is, when did she fucking learn all this shit? She's doing shit that there's no fucking way she learned. There's no establishing how she fucking learned it. She's a Mary Sue, basically. Dude, she's still a fucking Mary Sue.
Oh, she's a horrible Mary Sue, dude. But here's the problem. And this goes back, guys. I'm another spoiler here. We're going back to the sequence on the little fucking carnival planet where they were having the festival. So, presumably, Chewbacca's been captured, and presumably they think he's being taken away on this shuttle. And
just reach out and touch something.
There's a nod to the Force Unleashed, where somehow she can pull the ship out of the fucking sky. You want to tell me how you can pull the fucking ship out of the sky? Now I've seen it done.
Yeah,
I've seen it done.
In Force Unleashed.
On Force Unleashed, yes. Okay,
and Force Unleashed too.
The only person to have done that was Starkiller.
Actually, Vader did it too.
Yeah, I guess. But yeah.
Vader did it in the second one when he tried to, or when the clone tried escaping. He grabbed the TIE fighter, but he actually chose to let it go because he realized, let's see what goes on, basically.
Yeah.
But it does. It's not entirely impossible.
Yeah, hang on one second here. Wes Moody says, hey guys, how was the movie? Hey, Wes, it was as bad as you could expect.
Subjectively 0 out of 5. I gave this a fucking 0 out of 5. Subjectively.
The good things out of it, briefly, it looks beautiful visually. The soundtrack is on point, but there's no movie around it. The story sucks.
Exactly. And it's like, come on, man.
There's nothing coherent. There's nothing, resembling a strong narrative. There's just, this movie is devoid of any of that. And it's very confusing. And Ass Bitch Cuck, good to see you, buddy. Hail to you. Man,
Aspect Cook, you might ABC, just make sure you bring yourself a life support pack.
ABC, all I want to say is, look, the bottom line is take a flask of fucking whiskey with you because you're going to need it.
Exactly.
All right? Because, dude, this will not leave you unscathed. You're going to lose brain cells in this process. And I am breaking it down here for you guys as real as it fucking gets. And that's why I said I'm giving it to you honest. I'm not just going to shit on every single thing about it because there is good, tiny, very minuscule bits of good. Like I said, the production value is fucking great, but the movie around it sucks.
Exactly. I mean, like I said, man, I just did my review. I'm going to upload it in the morning, but objectively, it's 3 out of 5. It's not a passing grade. it
No,
falls short.
I would have given
Subjectively,
it. I would say maybe out of 5, I'd give it a 2.5.
yeah,
I would say only because if I'm looking at it objectively, the production value, like I said.
yeah. But the thing is, subjectively, I am a fucking Star Wars fan for almost 33 fucking years. Since I was 2 years old, I was living, eating, and breathing Star Wars.
Go ahead, Orange.
To give
This.
this fucking movie, all right,
I'll
to
let
give
you
this
take this
fucking
comment.
movie, oh, the reason Vader could absorb or reflect laser fire was partly due to his mechanical arms, also due to the Force ability where the Force wielder can deflect laser and lightsaber strikes. Yeah, I get that, but there's no. It takes training for that shit, and for her to fucking do it with ease like that, it just doesn't fucking work.
Are you fucking serious with me right now, ABC? It's got 88%. Are you fucking serious right now? What
The fucking audience.
What the ever-loving fuck is going on here?
I mean,
dude,
like
it must be.
Rotten Tomatoes goes fucking nuts, man.
It must be SJWs flocking to that fucking thing because, I mean, Jesus Christ. Like I said, there was fucking get this, ABC. I got to tell you guys this. Biden, what's up, buddy? Hail to you, my friend.
I fucking called it, man.
Hey,
I fucking called it.
Nipple glasses Drew. I'm guessing that's the Senate.
Jesus Christ.
But
yeah.
But I want to tell you guys, because for those of you that came in late to the stream, I saw it at a small theater, right? It was maybe 60, 70 seat theater. There was lucky if there was 40 people there. Now, 35 to 40 minutes in, and I'll keep harping on this point, a middle-aged couple got up and walked the fuck out of the theater. They just fucking said, fuck this, and dipped. Think about that for a second. They just walked out, and said, fuck it.
Yep. I mean, it's just not good.
You got people saying it's got 88 fucking % on Rotten goddamn Tomatoes. Hold on. We're going to fucking look at this. I'm going to screen share the fuck out. I'm going to look at this right now because this is like,
the thing is, Drew, I fucking called it. Rotten Tomatoes fucking the fucking SJWs retook Rotten Tomatoes because we stopped.
Yeah, fuck, it's now 88% fucking audience score. Hold on. Let's
more info. Yeah.
Let's share the screen. Go ahead and share the screen right now. Guys, please smash the like button too, by the way, out there. And if you haven't subbed to the channel, make sure that you do. But yeah, I'm going to share this right now because we need to fucking figure out what the ever-loving fuck is wrong with people. How could this be right now? 88.
Well, I'm not going to fault people for enjoying it, even though I didn't. But like I'm saying, man, they fucking, oh my god. Now click the more info on that.
Okay.
Now go up to the thing just below the audience score and click the other thing.
Verified?
And unverified.
So all audience?
Yeah. What's the score?
There we go. 76.
There you go.
Yeah.
Now click the top critic score.
47.
Damn, it dropped even worse.
Yeah.
How many fucking Rottens?
Well, it's 56 right now. When I wrote my article for Bounding the other day on the Rotten Tomatoes score, it was at 59. So it dropped. That's 3 points.
Yeah. That's the thing. Everybody jumped the gun when it came to the whole Rotten Tomatoes score. It's like, yes, we know that the critics are giving it or being freaking honest and shit. But at least give it a little time. I
Yeah.
mean, wait until like 200 fucking critics give a fucking score, or wait until 200 critics have reviewed it. Otherwise, you guys are just jumping the gun with the freaking 50 or like 59 fucking critics reviewing it. It's like, dude.
Rude Finger Rosetta, pops in the chat with a heart, a middle finger, and a heart. Nice.
Yeah.
Ambassador says, he's not defending Vader. I'm going to highlight his comment. I'll let you take.
Yeah.
Or I'm not defending Rey, but same thing, right?
Yeah, I mean, I get it and all. Hey, dude, I get it. The logic makes sense. You're absolutely right. But it's just, how the fuck does she know how to heal? How the fuck does she know how to do all of that shit? I mean, yeah, the Force lightning coming out of her fucking fingertips was awesome. And man, when I thought she killed Chewie, it's like, oh, if you guys motherfucking killed Chewie and you had that bitch do it, I'm gonna kill you guys. I'm literally gonna fucking walk to J.J. Abrams' house and I would snap his fucking neck.
I would have. Had Chewbacca died, I don't know that I wouldn't have been able to avoid walking out, dude. I would have walked right the fuck out right then. I was because of the leaks and
exactly.
Ambassador, that's pretty much right. It's just raw reaction right now. It's like raw emotion right now. And a lot of these are fucking SJW scores. I mean, when you look at the fan stuff, this is mainly SJW scores, a lot of it. And there's a lot of people that'll watch the movie at first and they'll be like wowed by the fucking nostalgia. They'll be wowed by the member berries and they'll fucking say, oh, it was great. And then they'll sit back and think about it and say, holy cow, what's that scene with Denzel in that one movie he was in? Denzel Washington. He's talking about, I think it was Malcolm X. He's talking about being bamboozled. Yeah, that's exactly this. People are going to realize that they've been bamboozled, and they're gonna say, "Oh yeah, I'm adjusting my fucking thoughts." So
how the fuck did Lando get like every fucking ship in the galaxy to come out? What the fuck did he say to him? Free blowjobs for everybody? I mean, seriously.
I don't know. Free apartments on Cloud City? I have no idea.
I mean, it's like, what? Seriously, how the fuck did he do it?
Free vacations to Cloud City. Cut rate apartments available. Some shit. I don't know. But honestly,
also, did you get this? Finn's fucking Force sensitive.
Yeah, but dude, that I don't have a problem with that. I'm one of the people that was a proponent of making Finn a goddamn hero in the first place. He should be Force sensitive. But the problem, But the problem is here, they did it a day late and $1 fucking short.
Exactly, and it's they also cucked his ass too. It's like he's trying to tell Rey that he fucking loves her, and what happens? They fucking pander to the Reylo freaks. It's like, are you fucking kidding me? You guys just committed, or you guys are basically just pushing the fucking incest right now. I mean, those two are fucking related.
They did, man. They totally pandered to the insane fucking Reylo people, and I'm like, are you serious? I
literally in the middle of the fucking theater, dude. Tonight, in the middle of the fucking theater, when they fucking kissed, I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? And people are like, shh. I'm like, fuck you. I literally looked over to the person that shushed me. I'm like, fuck off.
Hey, I'm telling you.
As soon as they rolled credits, I got up and I looked to my friend who was also there. I'm like, this movie fucking sucked.
No, it did. It did. It absolutely fucking sucked. And carry it for a minute, Orange Hat, because I got to piss. Coffee's going right through me. I'll be right back.
Yep. I mean, folks, this movie was just fucking piss poor job. I mean, I don't mind that Ray or fucking Finn was force sensitive, but like Drew said, day late, dollar short. I mean, it's just how oh my gosh. They should have fucking just had Ray and fucking Finn make or freaking together. Oh my gosh. The ending where she takes the name, oh my god, Skywalker. It's like, I want to kill you all for this. I mean, every person involved in the fucking making of this movie, I really want to execute Order 66 on. Because this is just ridiculous. This movie was not good. And for a fan of 30, almost 33 fucking years to give it a subjective, Tarkin was force sensitive in a new... How the hell was he force sensitive? I honestly have no idea how you think he was force sensitive, man. Because I sure as hell didn't get that impression at all. And I'm a fucking 33-year fan of Star Wars. I mean, why couldn't they just do a good fucking movie? They had one goddamn job. And they decided to pander to the fucking Reylos. It's like, you guys do know that Rey and Ben are related if she is a Palpatine. He is his fucking half aunt. Oh my god. Oh, my fucking head hurts from all this shit.
God, man. This movie fucked with me so bad it makes it fucking burn when I pee. Ugh.
I really didn't need to know that, but yeah,
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Yeah, I know, dude.
The thing is, like, you know, God, it's just so fucking disrespectful. I mean,
it is.
I mean, my goodness, you disrespect 40 years. I mean, this is a cultural fucking icon, people. This franchise is
hold on,
fucking icon.
Hold on, Drew. The freaking ambassador says that Tarkin was force sensitive in A New Hope, and he says it's explained in EU. How was he force sensitive?
Because he wasn't powerful, but he could pick up the vibrations because he knew when Vader was using it and shit. So yeah, he
okay, so he was minorly force sensitive. He wasn't majorly force sensitive.
On a minor level. Mm-hmm.
He could perceive the force, he just couldn't use it.
Right, essentially.
Okay, so that, yeah, in a way that does sort of make sense, but it's like, okay, if you could perceive the force, dude, then yeah, fine.
But the thing is like I said, he also didn't believe in that shit. So of course, like I said, his fucking level of understanding the force was just at the base perception level, and that's,
it was.
Yeah. But
I mean,
but the thing is, again, it's just, you know, there's nothing coherent. There's no God, man. I was just thinking the whole time, like, could I please see another episode of The Mandalorian instead?
I know, right?
Oh man, this was just god awful. And people are so. That's the thing. People are going to be so roped in by the nostalgia and the ooh shiny factor of some of the shit they show that, you know, it's easy to have it lost on you how bad this is. You see, at least thankfully with us, all of us in the Fandom Menace, all you guys in chat, Orange Hat, me, going into this thing, we had fair fucking warning, right? We knew the leaks were 100% true and everything else, but God damn, man. And that
Hold on.
that last sequence where Ray's using both lightsabers in the we'll call it the X gonna give it to you scene. I
Yeah,
mean,
X will give it to you.
are you kidding me with this shit right now? I mean,
Why didn't he stop?
I could buy the thing had they just left it at like single saber, like how when because that was kind of a callback at first to when Yoda was fighting Palpatine, and sure, if you had the force skill to fucking do it, if you were powerful enough, you could reflect back force lightning, hold it at bay and everything, and reflect it back, but. If she would have done it with a single saber, it would have been fine. But they had to put the fucking X. I want to give it to you, and it was completely stupid. Hey, Mar, good to see you, buddy. Welcome.
I mean, the thing is, why didn't Palpatine stop once he realized it was coming back on him? I mean, seriously, why didn't he fucking stop?
Because Rey is Rey's the heroine of the universe. She's the savior of everything high and holy. Jesus Christ, man! I'll tell you what, that sequence when you guys see it, if you haven't seen it yet, is the absolute fucking worst.
Mm-hmm.
It's the absolute fucking worst. There's so many goddamn things wrong with it. It's just the absolute fucking worst. And she got the goddamn saber, the second saber, out of nowhere. Because Kylo didn't get up out of the fucking pit till way the fuck after.
Yeah, she just fucking force calls it.
Yeah, after Palps was fucking dead, fucking Kylo comes back. They're like, so what the fuck's the point with that?
Exactly.
So she didn't get the saber from Kylo. It just automatically somehow showed up within reach. I'm like, oh God. Yeah, Wes. Oh, let me get that fucking dialogue. Are you kidding me? So Palps has the stupid cringy I am all the Sith line, right? And Rey comes back with I'm all the and pauses Jedi. I'm like, are you fucking God? That fucking delivery was shit.
Dude, you know where they got that, right? Avengers Endgame.
Yeah.
I am inevitable and I am Iron Man.
Yeah. Oh, of course. Of course, dude. Because, they ran out of anything original. Cyber Geek, welcome. Good to see you, man. Smash that like button. Feel free to sub. Just breaking it down. I saw the movie a couple hours ago. Just got home around 10 Eastern. And we've been sitting here for the past hour just eviscerating the shit out of it because it was as bad as you think it is. Oh, they wrapped it up all right. And the no pointless side mission, I know it's your buddy, Ambassador, so I'm not going to dog him here, but I mean, I have to take exception with that because there was a pointless side mission. When she got the damn Wayfinder, she finally gets it, then Kylo crushes it.
Yeah, and it's like, oh my God, man.
If that's not the definition of a pointless side mission, I don't know what the fuck is. All right.
It was to basically show you that she was giving into her dark side.
And then good story. Well, we just won't go there. That it's a horrible fucking story, is what it is.
It is. Oh my
Because there
gosh,
is no
man.
story. I mean, there's so many things wrong. I mean, you can just look at it from a lore standpoint. How many fucking rules this movie breaks?
Yep.
I mean, if anybody paid
Pretty much.
attention to KOTOR 2, right? Where
Fucking nihilist.
fucking where
Yeah.
where Mitra Surik, she goes to the guy that Ed Asner played, Master Brook. She goes
Yeah.
to Master Brook and asks him about force bonds. And he breaks down fucking how force bonds work right in the goddamn game. And they had established rules for it. And nowhere in this movie does the force bond make fucking sense. Even when Palps, he tries to fucking allude to the fact that they have that bond, right? And he's like,
Yeah, the
there's the one.
dyad is what they call it.
There was the one part where he's like sucking their life force out or whatever he's fucking doing to them, and it's like Jesus Christ, man, the whole fucking thing of their force bond, the nature of it was stupid.
Yep.
Because again, solid objects should not be passed through force bond. Solid objects should not be handed to other people by, force ghosts. I mean, it's just, there's so many goddamn continuity and lore rules that this movie throws to the fucking wind. Good God. Well, I can see that, Ambassador. He probably doesn't have the critical eye or deep dive it the way that we do. But man, I'll tell you, dude. I mean, this is just so nonsensical. I mean, it's laughable. And it's like I mentioned earlier in the stream before you guys jumped in here. From the opening crawl. Fucking opening crawl, you mean to tell me, starts off with "the dead speak!" exclamation point. Come on.
Yeah, I know, right?
I wanted to laugh.
Fuck.
I wanted to laugh out loud right there.
I know. I'm like,
hey, guess
okay,
what?
dead speak.
The dead speak. I mean, Jesus Christ. Oh, man. What the hell did you do to my shit, Kathleen Kennedy? Good God.
You want to know what she did with your shit, man? She pushed it in and then basically tried sucking it out with her goddamn mouth.
Yeah, no kidding. I mean, Disney went and flushed George Lucas's vision down the toilet. The minute that deal was consummated for him to hand it over to Disney, it was when Star Wars died. Plain and simple. And
Yep.
we can try to pinpoint one movie which, still, like The Last Jedi. I mean, Rian Johnson did his damage enough to like mortally wound the franchise, sure. But the minute that Star Wars really died, if we're being real about it, guys, was when that deal was consummated. Because they plain and simple stabbed the man in the back because they said, we'll take into account that your drafts, and we're gonna, treat this property with reverence, and all the shit that they said to him to blow smoke up his ass. And then the bottom line was they went and did what the hell they wanted because they thought they were the smartest people in the room. But in the end, all they did was piss off an entire fan base, disrespect an entire fan base and ruin 40 years of a cultural icon. And I think
Exactly. And
that's the biggest cry and shame of the whole thing is that they ruin something that has been rooted in generations. I mean, families have been brought up Star Wars fans. You know,
yep.
I mean, think about that. Some of this spans 3 generations. This is a story that's been shared by parents, children, grandparents. Oh, man, it's just a shame. It's a true shame,
Oh.
and it's highly upsetting. I can understand why that middle-aged couple walked out.
Yeah, well, they probably had another engagement or something, but if they did it out of or because they were pissed
No,
off,
they
yeah.
they I could see you could see the look on their face as they walked out, dude.
Yeah. I mean, the way that they did Ray, I mean, I swear to God, they should have just had a fucking scene where she farted and the planet exploded. Jesus.
Would have made more sense.
Exactly. I mean, Jesus, man. There was just ugh. I could rage on this all fucking night if I wanted to, but I just don't got that kind of fucking time. Ugh.
The bottom line is this is as bad as we feared, and I am now afraid of what they're gonna do to the shit that I love, like the last shit that I'm holding on to that I love, which is the old Republic era. All the stuff that was established in KOTOR, KOTOR 2, SWOTOR, they are going to shit all over it and make a mockery of it. And, I'll highlight these last couple comments here. I still say
Yeah.
George foreseen it, and he even made a trilogy about what is happening right now. There you go. Yep, that's true, Mar. And then Biden touch brings up a good point. It's been a slow death since The Force Awakens. Dude, you are not wrong. Ambassador says KK will suffer in realm of hell for backstabbing Lucas.
Indeed.
I'm sure most of us hope that she does. And it's just, yeah. I don't want. I'm seriously, guys. I am really upset, not only for what they just did to 40 years of cinematic history, but what again they're going to do to like the last shit that I'm holding on to in Star Wars that I like. Because I know a lot of you like different stuff in the EU. I just prefer Old Republic stuff. I mean, that's cool. But man, I am telling you, they are going to shit all over Revan. They're going to shit all over the Sean bloodline. They're going to shit all over Darth Nihilus, Darth Malgus. They're going to shit over anything good that's left. All we have right now, legit, is the Clone Wars and the Mandalorian. If we want something to make some semblance of sense, some semblance of feeling like Star Wars, because yeah, it's awful. This was playing out awful, and may the memory of Star Wars rest in peace. I said, we're going to do a eulogy for it. All I can say is, we can hold on to that. If you have Disney Plus, you go back and watch the OT, the prequel trilogy too, and enjoy the fact that you've got 6 films that you can, hold on to and remember fondly. Because nobody is going to remember this piece of shit trilogy fondly. Nobody is going to, no self-respecting Star Wars fan is going to embrace this trilogy ever. And thank God that at least we have 6 movies we can fondly remember.
Yep, indeed. I mean, think of the Disney trilogy as the hillbilly family members that nobody wanted to be related to coming to a family funeral. And they try getting in, and you tell them to get the fuck out.
Okay.
Basically. I mean, people who, I have no problem with people liking these, or the Disney trilogy. If they like it, fine. I will not fault them for it. But do not expect me to like something when I have liked, or when I have lived, eat, breathe, bled, and fucking sweat Star Wars for 33 fucking years. And if you think that somebody who likes it this much and knows the fucking lore so much and is just going to take all this shit without fucking explanations and shit, sorry, I'm not gonna fucking buy it.
Another thing I want to mention.
Mm-hmm.
When Leia died, again, disrespecting fucking legendary characters, right?
Yep.
They never gave fucking Lando a chance to fucking, say his goodbyes to Leia.
Exactly. It's like, Jesus Christ, why didn't you? More missed opportunities, like fucking, what's his name said?
There wasn't really, other than a quick acknowledgement, there wasn't any interaction between fucking Lando and Chewie.
Exactly.
What the fuck was it? What the fuck was what the fuck was R2? What the fuck was R2 in the movie other than being a little fucking set piece to restore 3PO's memory? There wasn't any R2 wasn't involved in any action, Again, they have just had nothing but blatant fucking disrespect for the characters that everybody fucking loves. It's just we're gonna push our new shit. You're gonna like our new droids. You're gonna like Rey.
Yeah. It's like, fuck you guys. Hey, you guys, go fuck yourselves.
The ambassador says, I have the 6 on Blu-ray and DVD. To hell with Disney Plus. Good on you, dude. The only reason I have Disney Plus is to be able to do reviews on the Mando for Bounding. And I'm telling you guys right now, if I wasn't in this profession, if I was not a writer that was working for a publication, I would just say fuck the whole thing. I wouldn't care 2 shits about Disney Plus. I wouldn't care 2 shits about Star Wars now, to be honest. But I am going to hold on to the shit that I love, and I'm going to hope that they don't screw over the Old Republic. I'm hoping and praying.
Yeah.
At least, technically, I can play SWTOR with my friends, and I still have that. So.
Yep.
Oh, my God.
Oh, anyway, dude, I'm going to freaking get to bed. It's after midnight here, and I'm getting fucking tired.
No, I don't blame
you, man. This movie fucking wore me out.
Yep. Get some rest.
I mean, yeah.
Get some rest. And
it's always good coming on with you, bud.
Yeah, absolutely, man. But yeah, get some rest, Danny. Guys, make sure feel free to plug your channel before you go, Danny.
All right. I'm Orange Hat Reviews. I do entertainment review, entertainment news, shows, movies. I'll even take requests for freaking reviews and such. And I cover the controversial shit. I subscribe to Bounding into Comics so I can also do reports from their articles, which Drew is a writer for. I've done a couple of his articles on my channel. I don't bullshit, and I don't pander, and I don't shill. So if you guys like brutal honesty and whatnot, give my channel a like and a subscribe. I'm trying to reach 300 before the year's out. So,
yeah. And get me to 100, folks. I'm almost there. I got like 87. I only need 13 more.
All right.
So,
dude.
But get some rest, Danny. I'll talk to you soon.
All right, take it easy, buddy.
Yep, for sure. But yeah, guys, there is some positive things to hold on to for the future. Again, we do have The Mandalorian. We do have the next season of the Clone Wars. And you do have at least something that resembles Star Wars. And by the way, Ambassador, that's awesome. All the DVD copies are limited edition, non-specialized versions. Nice. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really know what to say in closing, guys. I've been a fan of this since, I saw A New Hope in theaters, which was when I was 3. I don't exactly remember, obviously, because I think my parents more went to see A New Hope and I was just there. But when I was like a couple years after it, when I was 5, I saw A New Hope on TV and I was able to understand a little more. And then I remember going to Empire the year that it came out, and I was a little more prepared. But it was like, but yeah, I saw the OT in theaters, all of them, and yeah, nothing will ever replace that feeling for me. That was special, because I shared it with family. I went with all the original movies. I went with either my dad or my grandpa. It was always a family thing with us, and so that's why Star Wars has always been extra special to me, because in my dealings with Star Wars, it's always meant kind of a family tradition. And even the prequel trilogy, I saw it with family. I went with again my dad. So it was always a family tradition. And then I saw Force Awakens with my mom. Saw TLJ with my mom. This is the first time that I went to a Star Wars movie without a family member. Obviously, you guys know the situation with my mom, so she's not in the health to go, which is unfortunate. But in a way, I'm kind of glad that she didn't, because this was just god awful. She probably would have been heartbroken. And so, yeah. Speaking of my mom, I will go ahead and share in chat my our link for our PayPal. We are kind of crippled under medical costs and everything else. If there's anybody that would like to help, you can help at this link. And this is attached directly to our family account. So there you go. But the thing is she's suffering from leukemia, thyroid cancer, and my mom has also had debilitating strokes. She almost died last month, actually, and again, we're just we're trying to slowly recover, but yeah, we're under hardship. It's rough. Sometimes we're wondering where the next meal comes from. So any help is appreciated. It's never expected, but it's always appreciated. So thank you. But getting back to our memories of Star Wars. Melanie Ham in the chat. She says hi, Mom, and mom says hi. Senate. Holy fuck! This movie sucks ass. Yeah, Jay. That's my estimate of the movie. Ambassador, you take care of yourself. I will see you on Saturday, and we will get together. Guys, make sure you check out Ambassador's channel, especially Saturday. I will be going on with him, and we will break this down some more on his channel. So make sure that you check him out, and I'll be on there on Saturday. No, it's not bad timing at all, Jay. If you would like to get that around the community, man, I appreciate you. But basically, my closing thoughts, because I don't want to go too long on this stream. But my closing thoughts are that we're going to hold on to the memory of Star Wars, guys, because it's all touched our lives. It's all impacted our lives. We feel very passionate about it. And we have 6 movies that we can fondly hold in our hearts and say, that was my Star Wars. Nobody can take the OT and the PT away from us. We don't have to support Disney and this crazy garbage trilogy. Nobody can take away the OT and the PT for us. And remember that, because, you have the power in your heart and your memories that Star Wars is never going to fade away. You may technically be dead now, but it's never going to fade away, because guess what? We remember it the best way that we can, and that's with the way that we love it. So, never feel like, even though the Disney trilogy shit all over it, never feel like it's completely gone, because it's not. It lives in your heart. It lives in your memories that you have of whatever your favorite Star Wars is. So never forget that. But yeah, Jay, I agree with you. Hail the OT, hail the PT, hail the EU, and we got that. We got that. Wes, good night, my friend. Much love. Thank you for the support and hanging out with me. Melanie, love you, honey. Thank you for hanging out with me. Mar, thank you. And everybody else that's popped in, Ambassador and Biden Touch, and all of you guys that have come in and watched Cyber Geek. The parody accounts, Nipple Glasses Drew, Root Finger Rosetta is awesome. ABC. Shout out to all the great people in the chat. Love you guys. And I will make sure that I will be live again very soon. Look for me on other people's channels, and also drop a like, drop a sub. Let's get this channel over 100. And with that, I bid you good night. Love you guys, and talk to you soon. Thank you.